Hi Malak, hi Zain.
Hi, Mister.
Hi, Mister.
Okay, last time I just give you a homework, small homework. Inshallah, today we're gonna finalize all the skills revision for the reading or literacy 2 as we finished before literacy 1. Then after that is gonna be a regular solving for whole branches related to literacy 1 and literacy 2. I'm gonna go first with the used exams for EST that was released or leaked that I have them. Then after that, we're gonna go through difficult stuff that I actually tailored by myself. So let's have a look here right now. I'm gonna explain the one that you solved because I have checked for you and you know your mistakes. So again, I'm gonna read the blurb. The first edit passage is from Birds of the Indian Hills by Douglas Dwyer, which discusses Himalayan bird habitat. The first passage. This is the passage that has two passages in it. So most of the tone skill, you're gonna find it here. That has comparison. I told you that I have three questions in tone. Number one, that look like big picture. Number two, and I think we take one like this passage is written for which audience. The second one, also we took last time one of them that everything is mentioned except. The third one, that what the similarity between the two passages, or what is the difference between the two passages, or how one passage reply to another. You're gonna find many of this kind of question here. Passage 2, taken from Birds in Town and Village by W.H. Hudson, is about exotic birds found in Britain. Okay, so now we have two passages. We know each one talk about what? One talk about the Himalayan birds, or the Himalayan bird habitat, and the other one talk about birds in Britain or in England. Let's go to the first one. Question 22 and 23. I know that you solved it right. But here, I told you in the evidence last time that we have two kind of question, or two types relate to the evidence support and analogy. If you have keywords, you're gonna move by the cycle. If you don't have, you're gonna just make a match, read down and match it to up. Okay, here two questions, evidence. He said the tone of the author in passage 1 is one of, it includes tone and evidence. But I'm not going to depend on tone. I'm going to solve it with the evidence. No keywords, Dr. Tamer. Yes. So what we're going to do right now, read down, match it up. Read down, match it up. Okay. Let's read from 14 to 16, from this till composition. 14 till 16, from this till composition, complete. This every writer on things. Wait. This here is a demonstrative pronoun. Refer to what? So we have to take a since before. Okay, take a since before from here. There is a saying of an ancient Sanskrit poet, which being translated into English runs, in 100 ages of the gods, I could not tell you of the glories of Hamichael. And Hamichael here means Himalaya. This every writer on things Himalayan contrives to drag into his composition. Okay, let's match it up right now. Mild interest? How mild? How mild? He just talk about the glories of the Himalaya. So how mild? No. Oh, yes, maybe. And subjectivity? Wait. What does it mean subjective? In the school, we take the difference between subjective point of view and objective point of view. Subjective point of view, when I use the pronouns I, me, my, we, our, us. Objective point of view, when I'm talking with facts and statistics. Okay, let's go to the part again and find out. Does he use subjective point of view? He use only here I, but here he doesn't use anything. No, I'm not with. I'm not with. Disdain and judgment. How disdain? He doesn't hate it. He loves it. Okay? I'm just talking about myself. Why I'm not choosing here? I'm asking myself, despite that compared to this one. Disdain and judgment? No, he like it. Scientific objectivity? Does he has facts? No, he talk about love. He talk about no, no. It doesn't have any kind of facts. So thank you. Doesn't match to the first one. So we're gonna cancel it. From 21 till 22. From there till him. 21 till 22. From there till him. Here, there is the word him, the pronoun him, and we don't know who is him. So what we're gonna do? Take a since before. So from here, we have some. We need to take a since before. We can't. So some begin with the quotation, while other reserve it for the last, and make it do duty for the epigram which stylists assure us should terminate every saying. There are some who quote the Indian sage only to mock him. Okay, let's find. Mild interest? No. Oh, and subjectivity? Again, no. Disdain? He said mock him. Mock him. And judgment? No. Scientific objectivity? No. No again. From 22 till 28. From such till Alps. From 22 till 28. Such assert that the beauties of the Himalaya have been greatly exaggerated, that as regards grandeur, their scenery compares unfavorably with that of the Andes, while their beauty is surpassed by that of the Alps. Okay, he took now about comparison between the Himalaya and Alps and Andes. Let's find out. Mild interest, again, it doesn't show mild interest. Oh, no, because it doesn't show any. It's a kind of comparison. Disdain judgment? No. Scientific objectivity doesn't write anything scientific, just a comparison according to the love. The last one from 28 till 32, from not till scenery, not having seen the Indies. I am. Look at I, how many times it's used. I am unable to criticize the assertion regarding the grandeur of the Himalayas, but I find it difficult to imagine anything finer than their scenery. Yes, it has subjectivity. Use I twice. Here only use I in the first part that wasn't mentioned once. And here, if we're gonna look here, he talk about, oh yes, he love it. So it's better to match D with B. Number 24. 24 is inference and function that doesn't mention the line. But just wait, Dr. Tamer. You told us you're gonna read it. Maybe you read it before. He said the author of passage 1 most likely uses a saying from an ancient Sanskrit poet. Wait. I think I read something that relate to Sanskrit poet. I read it. Yes, here. The part that I extended. So let's read it again. Huh? From where? From the keywords, and I have read it. So I'm not gonna postpone it. I'm not gonna delay it. I'm gonna answer it directly. Let's read it now. Here it's Sanskrit. Okay. He said there is a saying of an ancient Sanskrit poet, which being translated into English runs. In 100 ages of the gods, I could not tell you of the glories of Hamaiko. Okay. So here, outline the Himalaya's beauty. Yes, he said glories, so it can be. Draw attention to the author, erudite nature. No, here it doesn't mention that the author is learned or educated. Enlighten the reader on little known literature. How little known? He talked about a word that mentioned, or a poet that mentioned the beauty of Himalaya. Emphasize how the Himalayas are perceived from a certain perspective. Maybe someone is going to say that it's from the perspective of the Sanskrit poet. But here is not certain. Here it talk in a kind of generalization. So the answer is A. 25. 25. Again, it's inference and function without mentioning the line. He said when the author mentioned Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he most like expects the reader to wait. I didn't read that part. I I don't remember that I read something about Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. So keep it till the end. 26. All of the following are mentioned about the Himalaya, except that, again, don't question. But I didn't read the whole thing. So just keep it. 27. As used, this vocab, as used in line 19, terminate most nearly mean, I think I read it. But let's go to line 19. The word terminate here, take from the beginning. He said some begin with the quotation, while, take care, while is a contradiction. So some begin, but other end. While other, we serve it for the last. Okay, and, while, contradiction, and similarity. What come before equal to what come after. Here he said last, means end. And make it do duty for the epigram which stylist assure us should terminate every say. So it means at the end. So terminate here, cut, no. Downsize, no. End, yes, because he said last. Terminate. Stop, no. 28. And it was a mistake with Malak. The main idea of passage 2 is 2. I told you that the big picture is better also to leave it till the end. But if you're going to solve it in its place, no problem. We can read the first paragraph, last paragraph. If they are long, read the first sentence, last sentence of the first paragraph, first sentence, last sentence of the last paragraph. If you find that you messed up between more than one answer, kindly read the whole thing or leave it till the end. Okay, I'm going to solve it now. I'm not going to keep it. The first sentence till here of the first paragraph. As you can see, it's only one paragraph. It's only one paragraph. And then the last sentence. Let's find. He said there are countries with a less fertile soil and a worse climate than ours, yet richer in bird life. Take care. We're talking about England, bird in Britain. So what he said, that there are countries with a less fertile soil and a worse climate than ours, yet richer in bird life. Richer in bird life. Okay, let's go to the last sentence. There is a consonant succession of new forms. He talk about birds also. He talk about birds. Succession of new forms and new voices. In a single day, as many species may be met with as one would find in England by searching diligently for a whole year. Okay, let's go now to find. Discuss the presence of rare birds in England and the reason for their diminishing numbers. Okay, he said richer. Other countries, the less fertile soil and worse climate, but richer in bird life. Maybe, but he doesn't talk about rare. He talk about birds in general. Okay, here, again, he said succession of new forms of birds and new voices. But the problem that I can't find the reason. I didn't read it. The reason for their diminishing numbers, so I'm going to keep it. Convince the reader that despite England's bad climate, okay, rare birds still live there. No. No, he said that other are worse than England. No. Persuade the reader of the existence of rare species that persist year round. He does say rare, but maybe because he said here that in a single day as many species may be met with as one would find in England by searching diligently for a whole year. But here he said that England is rare. England doesn't have. Here there is an area, other area that you can search. No, I'm not going to take it. Explain to the reader that it's often difficult to cite rare bird species in England. Maybe. Yes, it's difficult. So now I miss between A and D. Whether you're going to read the whole paragraph or keep it till the end. So now I'm between A and D. I cancel B and C. I'm not going to return back to them. Now I'm between A or D. So what I'm going to do, keep it now. Let's go to 29. How does the style of passage 1 differ from passage 2? Wait, I can deal with this question as big picture. Again? Yes. And actually, I read the big picture for passage 2 here. Let's read for passage 1. So you're going to read the first sentence, last sentence of the first paragraph, and first sentence and last sentence of the last paragraph. Okay, I'm going to do that. He said here that the first paragraph, Hamaline birds inhabit what is perhaps the most wonderful tract of country in the world. Okay, the first sentence, where the last sentence, okay, the same thing. The Himalaya are not so much a chain of mountain as a mountainous country, some 80 miles broad and several hundred long, a country composed entirely of mountain and valleys with no large plains or broad plateau. Okay, the last sentence or the last paragraph. A remarkable feature of the Himalaya is the abruptness with which they rise from the plain in most places. The last sentence. In some parts, there are low foothills, but speaking generally, the mountain that rise from the plain attain a height of 4,000 or 5,000 feet. Okay. Let's find now for passage 1 only. Passage 1 is more narrative. Yes, it's narrative. It's narrative. Passage 1 seek to judge set codes. No. Passage 1 is rhetorical. No, it's not rhetorical. Passage 1 based on abstract idea. No, it's not abstract. It talk about the Himalaya, concrete. So till now, I found it's 1. It's A. And we read here for passage 2. Let's find. While passage 2 is expository, yes, it's giving us information. It's non-fiction. Yes. So the answer is A. Number 30 and 31, evidence. Do we have keywords? Yes. Which of the following statement best describe the author of passage 2, perception of the human population effect on birds? So I need something to talk about, or the keywords, human population effect on birds. Let's find out which one has human population effect on birds. Let's go from 65 till 67, from nevertheless till abundant. 65 till 67. 65 till 67. Nevertheless, wait, nevertheless is contradiction. So we have to take a sense before. Okay. There are countries with a less fertile soil and a worse climate than ours, yet richer in bird life. Nevertheless, England is not poor, the species are not few in number, and some are extremely abundant. He doesn't talk about human population and its effect on bird life. Cancel it. What come after? From 75 till 79, from end till extinction. 75 till 79, from end till extinction. But the problem is not completed. So from add these kinds. Which kinds you talk about? Take care. Which kinds you talk about? So take a sense before. Is it included in the evidence before? No. So unfortunately, many of the finer kinds have been too much sought after. Persecuted first. Now the question that I left it for the big picture for passage 2, I know and I said it. It can be A, not D. Because he gave us the reason. First for their beauty, then for their rarity. Until now, we are threatened with their total destruction. and these kinds become unobtainable. Those which stand next in the order of beauty and rarity are persecuted in their turn, and in a country as densely populated as ours, where birds cannot hide themselves from human eyes, such persecution must eventually cause their extinction. Yes, he talk about population and how it affects the species of birds. So it can be. Let's look at C. From 89 till 93, from 8 till all, 89 till 93. From 8 till all, there is 8. Take a sense before. So from 4. For there are always 2 or more species subsisting on the same kind of food, possessing similar habits, and frequenting the same localities. It's consequently impossible for man to exterminate any one species without indirectly benefiting some other species which attract him in a less degree or not at all. But he doesn't talk about the area that is populated. No, I'm not gonna take it. Let's take a sense before, after, or the what will come after. From 99 till 105. From when till delight. Okay, till here. When we visit what or other places to which birds chiefly resort, in district uninhabited by man, so it's not populated, where he pays little or no attention to the feathered creature, the variety of the bird life encountered affords a new and peculiar delight. No, again. So now we know that the answer is here, that because of the population, تكرزين, because of the population, it caused extinction for the birds. So with growing cities, birds will always be inside? No. The rapid growing population in cities is causing bird species to die out? Yes, to extinct. He said that. Human benefit species with their growing presence? No. Humans share many habitats with birds? No. This question, I can solve it now. I can solve it. Is it A or D? Discuss the presence of rare birds in England and the reason for their diminishing numbers? Yes, because they were persecuted by humans. So it can be the answer. Better than this. Now let's go to the last question. Vocab. As used in line 98, fitted, most nearly mean. Let's go 98. The word fitted. Let's read it. This is unfortunate, for as the bright kinds, or those we esteem most, diminish in numbers, the less interesting kinds multiply, because no human is going to catch them. And we lose much of the pleasure which bird life is fitted to give us. Bird life is fitted to give us. Let's find the keyword there. Provided to give us, positioned to give us, matched to give us, or qualified to give us. No, it was qualified, created. So it's better to say qualified. Let's return now to the question that we left. 25. I never read anything about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I never. Okay, let's find 26. All of the following are mentioned except. Okay, let's find this from passage 1. The Himalaya are a mountain range. Yes, I read it. It's mountain. A poet has written about its beauty. Yes, and scared. The Himalaya can be both arid and fertile. I didn't read that. I didn't read it. But I read that they are fertile. Oh no, I didn't read it. The mountain mostly consists of low foothills. I think I read it in the end of the paragraph. Yeah, in some parts there are low foothills, in some parts, so not mostly. So it can be this the answer, that it's not mentioned. But now C, I didn't read it. C, I didn't read it. Okay, so now I'm between C and D. Let's find this. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What you're gonna do, Dr. Tamer? In both passages, I'm gonna search quickly, make a kind of scan quickly for Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. Okay. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Quickly, just path. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So let's read it. He said the Himalaya are a kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. No information. No information. So take a sense after. They have two faces, the fair and the plain. Okay, so let's go now. So recognize key literary character in order to understand the analogy. Yeah, there is analogy. There is analogy between the Himalaya and the character. So it can be research the two mentioned name to become more cultured. No, we're not talking about cultured here. Cause discordance between the science of the mountain and literary character. We didn't talk about the science of mountain. It's a kind of similarity only. Test to what extent readers are familiar with classical literature. No, we're not testing them. So the answer is A. Now this one, I'm between C and D. Wait, in this one, he said that the Himalaya, it looks like those character. The Himalaya look like those character. He said that they are fair and plain. Okay, let's read this part. In May, they are at their worst. Those of the hillside, which are not forested, are brown, arid, and desolate, and the valleys, in addition to being unpleasantly hot, are dry and dusty. The foliage of the trees lack freshness, and everywhere there is a remarkable absence of water. Then the part that he said that they are plain. What about fair? Let's continue. Okay. On the other hand, September is the month in which the Himalaya attain perfection or something approaching it. Thank you. Thank you. That was mentioned. That was mentioned. The Himalaya are both arid and fertile according to the month. So this doesn't wasn't mentioned at all. So the answer is D. Now it's your turn to solve. I think that the last passage, though, right?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. You're gonna solve the last passage. But we didn't solve this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This we didn't solve it. So start now solving from 33 till 42.
Okay.
I'm waiting for your answer. 33 till 42.
Mr. Solve this passage.
Yes, from 33 to 42.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I got the answer from Zain, waiting for Malik.
Mister, can I send it to you on WhatsApp?
You can't write it on the chat box?
Okay, I'm gonna write it now.
Okay. Okay, Malik. Let me see if you have mistakes. 35, 56, 57, 38, 39, 40. Okay. One, two, three. We have mistakes in this one. Let's have a look at uh, the question actually, or it start with, let me go through the question that you got it wrong. And I'm gonna go through the other one if because we revise now all the skills, the 10 skills. Evidence support, analogy, inference function, big picture, little picture, vocab, graph, and tone. Here he said the following edit passage is taken from Night of Art, Stories of Italian Painters by Emmy Steadman on Andrea del Sarto's upbringing before becoming a famous painter. Okay. Number 33, it's inference and function, and it's direct. No one of you got it wrong. You make it, but just I want to stress on this one. The literary elements. What the difference between simile and metaphor? simile and metaphor to compare two unlike things to each other, but the only difference that simile is going to use like or as, metaphor we're not going to use like or as. Personification to give human quality to things, like the leaf dances happily. Onomatopoeia is the sound of the word give its meaning. 34 and 35. It's with Malik, 35. Malik, in 34 he got it right, but in 35 he didn't get the evidence right. He said young Andrea was most content when I need something. These are the key words now. These are the key words. Young Andrea was content. Content means happy. When? Let's look at from 13 till 17, from but till well. From but till well. The problem that there is but, let's take a sentence before. People shook their heads and talked mysteriously of how the tailor's scissors had been used as a deadly weapon in the fight. But before long, these stories died away, and the tailor, with his wife, Constanza, lived a happy, busy life and brought up their 6 children carefully and well. Nothing here talk about young Andrea when he was happy. After, from 26 till 30, from he till old. From he till old. Okay, the problem that I don't know is he. Take a sentence before. The boy's name was Andrea. He was such a quick, sharp little boy that he was sent very early to school and had learned to read and write before he was 7 years old. Yes, he talked about young Andrea, but he didn't talk about that he was happy. Nothing in mentioned content. Thank you. Let's go for C. From 34 till 36, from it till play. From it till play. There is it. Take a sentence before. From here, yes. As that was considered quite enough education, his father then took him. Again, him. So we need to take a sentence before. We can't, because those was included in the evidence before. So let's read. As that was considered quite enough education, his father then took him away from school and put him to work with a goldsmith. It's early days to begin work at 7 years old, but Andrea thought it was quite as good as play. He didn't say that he was content or happy. Let's go to the last one. From 36 to 41, from he till customers. From he till customers. There is he. We need to take a sentence before. We can't. Why? Because that was included the evidence before. He was always perfectly happy. Content. And here we talk about Andrea. If he could have a pencil and a paper, and his drawing and design were really so wonderfully good, that his master grew be quite proud of the child and showed the work to all his customers. Yes, so he's gonna be happy if he has pencils and papers. The same thing that was mentioned. 36 with Zain. As usual, line 27. Sharp most nearly means. Let's go line 27 here. He was such a quick sharp. These we call them coordinate adjective. That means that there is and here. And I told you before that what come before and come equal to what come after. So quick, sharp have the same meaning. So smart here means smart. So harsh, no. Intense, no. Distinct, he doesn't say that he's different. He said only sharp and smart or quick, so it's smart. 37. According to the passage, this with Malik, what is the best explanation as to why young Andrea was taken out of school? Wait, there's inference and function, but I have read it. Yes, where? In the part here when his father took him. It was here. As that was considered quite enough education, his father then took him away from school. So it's enough education. and put him to work with the goldsmith. Okay. So Andrea was not doing well in school? No, he was sharp and smart. Andrea's education was not important enough to have him continue? Yes, because it considered that it's enough. It was uncommon for children of goldsmith to receive higher education? No. Andrea, his father is not a goldsmith. His father is a tailor. Andrea's father didn't support his education? Maybe. But how he didn't support his education? And he sent him early to the school? No. So the answer is B. 38 and 39 Malak. Again for the evidence Malak. According to the passage, how did Cosmo initial means in the beginning, take care of the adverb, in the beginning, feel about taking young Andrea as a pupil? I know that all the choices talk about Cosmo and Andrea, but I need initially at the beginning, Malak, at the beginning. Let's look at the first one from 65 till 66. From that till absurd. Here, from that till absurd. He said the boy, I don't know who the boy that talk about him. So here he said Cosmo shook his head in unbelief. Why? Why? So let's take a sentence before. Here there is he. I don't know who is he. Take a sentence before. Again he. Take a sentence before. There is so. Take a sentence before. Okay. So from here. For 3 years, the boy worked steadily with his new master. But by that time, Braille saw that the better teaching was needed than he could give. So after much thought, the old man went to the great Florentine, Aristobalo di Cosmo, and asked him if he would agree to receive Andrea as his pupil. You will find the boy no trouble, he urged. He has wonderful talent, and already he has learned to mix his color so marvelously that to my mind there is no artist in Florence who knows more about color than little Andrea. Cosmo shook his head in unbelief. So he doesn't believe what was mentioned. The boy was but a child, and this praise seemed absurd. So in the beginning, he doesn't believe. I need initially. I need initially. Initially. Okay? So Cosmo was hesitant and didn't entirely believe Braille praise. 40, the one got it wrong. It's inference and function without mentioning line. 41 with Zain. As used, you got to vocabulary question wrong, Zain. As used in line 80, idle most nearly mean. Let's go to line 80. Here, idle. Note that he was idle or trusted to chance. Take care. Here, no was idle. He was not idle. Not here means that he wasn't idle or trusted to chance. So he doesn't leave it to chance. So or here give a kind of choices to equal stuff. So which one is equal? That he wasn't lazy and even not leave it to chance. Okay. That is going to be the last homework. I promise you. Next time, I'm going to revise the last passage with you. And then we're going to take the first test with the time. The first test with the time is going to be literacy 1. Literacy 1 relate to the old grammar rules and writing rules.
Is it gonna be
I'm sorry?
is it a passage or
No, a
a
whole
whole
test. A
exam?
whole test with the time. Zain.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so from 43 till 52. See you next time.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye. Hi, Rama. Rama, can you hear me? Don't tell me that you're not gonna speak. Okay. Okay, Rama. Rama, last time we revised which skill that you want. I think skill 1, domain 4. The right? And I send you something that relate to. Okay. Today we're gonna revise skill 2 in domain 4. But I'm waiting for the rest to join.